Welcome to Dadogram's Weekend Reminder. Most people believe they need the perfect circumstances before they can make a difference. More money, more time, a better job, a better scene in life. But some of the strongest people I've ever known changed the world from the smallest corners. A while back, I shared a full datagram about champions, and in that I told a story about my great Aunt Nancy, a woman who never walked a day after age 4. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to check it out. There's a lot to it, and you'll walk away far better for hearing it, I promise. But here's a lesson from that datagram that I learned from Aunt Nancy. She had polio as a little girl, and for the next 8 decades, her entire world was a single bedroom in a tiny town of 890 people. From that room, she painted, she wrote letters, encouraged neighbors, and built a network of friends that stretched literally across the entire nation. Keep in mind, she died in the 1980s, so this was way before social media or the iPhone or even email. People reached out to her for her wisdom, for comfort, for perspective. She was a giant, not because she had a big stage, but because she filled the one she had. Throughout my time watching and learning how others win and lose, I've come to understand how my great Aunt Nancy lived her life in a way that gave her an edge that most people would never have figured out. In strategy and tactics, we know that you don't always get to choose the terrain that you'll fight on. Instead, you choose how to fight on the terrain you're standing on. And that's what she did, as she reached out to others near at home and far, far away. Life won't always give you the ideal ground to grow on. You may be in a tough job, or a tough season of your life, or maybe you're in a place you never would have chosen to be. But greatness isn't about where your feet are planted. It's about how deeply you root yourself, how consistently you work, and how brightly you decide to show up anyway. Aunt Nancy didn't wait for better circumstances. She bloomed exactly where she was planted, and that blooming reached all across the nation. So stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for something to break your way. Bloom where you are and become the best you can be. And if you want the full story that inspired this reminder, check out the original Dadogram. I guarantee you, it'll be worth it. Thank you.